Caron. Where are you?
Well, we're at the house having a little art show, and I thought before everybody gets here, let me give you guys a quick tour around so you get to see it first. So this one's sachet, made out of weathering steel. It's about 9 feet, and just got a nice flow, got a nice shape to it. Fun to run your hands over, fun to play with. Come on, let's walk inside. So this one's persistence, because that's what it took to get to the end of it. It's a railroad spike sculpture, all twisted, turned, bent around one another. You'll see another one inside. Lots of heating, lots of bending. Yeah, a couple of burns too. This one's great because none of the spikes, none of the spines are attached to one another. Each one is independent, so they can sit and move and wiggle and get a little Chuck Berry going on when the birds land on it or something. Come on, let's go in. So this one's called Cyclone. It's a Mobius strip made out of that 1/4 by 1/4 inch solid stock I like to play with. Got lots of twists, lots of turn, lots of movement to it. Cast some great shadows too. Let's see what else we got. So this is Big Bang. You guys saw me working on it a while back. Back from the coater, back from the platers, so it's got a nickel finish on it, bright and shiny. Doesn't matter where you stand, where you look at it, you get a reflection off everything. You can see the sculpture in every single part of it, wherever you stand. Fun to run your hands over. Hey, look over there. This one's mill knot. This is the one I carved on the mill out of a solid chunk of aluminum. This is its big brother, Square Dance. It's just hollow aluminum tube with a little sand in it just to help weight it down. And this one's the octahedron. I took one of my old sculptures apart to get all of the material to make it with. Just kind of a test. I wanted to see how it would look, how easy it would be to make. It wasn't. It was really difficult. Lots of welding, lots of work down inside. A really difficult sculpture. But it's fun to look at. I love the shadows that it casts. The fact that you can get in certain places and look right through it because everything lines up. This one's called Copernicus. Wild shape. This one was designed on the CAD program. Yeah, there was some wine and red chocolate that went into the work. Fun to make. It's all out of 1/8 inch plate. What does it mean? That I'm going to leave up to you guys. What it means to me, with the hole in it right here, and the hole in it here, at certain times of the year, you wind up with this big black shadow with the sunlight streaming through it. It's almost like a calendar or a clock. This is another spike sculpture. This one's called Twist Tie. A much gentler twist, a much gentler flow and shape to it rather than persistence that you saw first. This one has a linseed oil coating on it over the top of the rust, and then I burned it on with a torch just to kind of seal it all. And again, this one's they're all loose from one another, so they all wiggle independently, got a little dance, got a little music. I built this one specifically for this spot, simply because it's so tall, but so narrow. Hey, come on outside. So this one's called Echo. Again, played with that 1/4 by 1/4 stock. The solid Mobius strip on the inside that can spin in the wind with the fixed Mobius on the outside. Great base. I love the base on this one. So you saw Mill Knot, the little one, and Square Dance, the medium-sized one. Well, this one's not neat. Those two were made out of aluminum. This is made out of 5-inch square, 3/8 wall steel tube. About 200 pounds, 225 pounds, right in that area. I love the illusion. You look at it and you think, now wait a minute, how does that float? What's going on there? So this one's called Square Up. Again, with that 5-inch tube, cutting a slice, bent, twisted, played with, get a nice shape, get a nice flow going. And he loves to dance. This one's Conjunction, with the 1/4 by 1/4, the Mobius, and the way it intersects, the way it laps over on top of itself. Drove me crazy trying to make this one, trying to bend it and shape it and get it all to work out and everything to plug in where it was supposed to be. Later on in the day, the sun will come out just a little bit more. You get a great shadow, off of it. So this is Conquest. The rock is serpentine. Came out of a quarry up around Wickiup, Arizona. And I used the copper pipe as a vine to get the water up to the top of it. And then there's a tub buried in the ground for the water to recirculate through. Check this guy out. This one's called Pandemonious, and you can see why. It's a privacy screen with solid steel and then different shapes and sizes of perforated steel to fill it all in. Helps block the background, helps hide the garbage cans, that kind of thing. So this is Aspire, and this is DNA. Just a couple of spiral staircases, but not only do they narrow as they go to the top, they actually narrow on both sides. Okay, let's make it harder. This one's called Monumentus. It's a privacy screen that hides all the pool equipment. It's made out of an old conveyor belt for an in-feed on a wood grinder. It's about 3/8 of an inch thick, weighs about 1,800 pounds. It was fun getting back here. And it even has a door so you can get inside. And this one's Cosmos, a ball and post sculpture, similar to some I have been working with, just a whole lot bigger. And this one's called Genome Project. This is another ball and post sculpture. It's on a bearing, and it just spins in the wind. I was actually going for the shadow. I wanted a shadow sculpture. If you look through there and see what the shadow does on the ground. And this one's called Stretch. It's a fountain that I made out of that same conveyor belt material way back. This was my first fountain. It's been running since, I think, about 2004. And it just sits here and gurgles and bubbles and has a nice little noise. Great to listen to in the evenings when we're out with a glass of wine, just trying to relax. So that's what the show looks like. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You can always pop out to the website to see these again. You can watch the movies, you can hear the sounds, and just hang out and relax. We'll see you next time.